Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, or one of my very favorite to film, this is the look for less. Every year there is a new hot it bag, and the great thing about the pre-love market that I really like a lot is that most of the time newer styles take inspiration and take style cues from different and other design styles from the past. A lot of the time we can find other designers that have made similar silhouettes, and you can find them for a fraction of the price. So today's look for less, we're going to do the Margot tote by the ROW. So yeah, this bag was, I think it was launched maybe like last year, I want to say, but it has absolutely taken the fashion world by storm. This is a much larger bag, and I'm definitely surprised to see that this bag has gotten so popular over the last couple of months, given that really big bags have not been super popular. We're gonna go over some more affordable alternatives if you are into this style and silhouette. So now, one thing I always recommend when you are shopping within the trend cycle is to actually take a step back and dissect what it is about a particular item that draws you to it. Try to figure out which specific features on an it bag make your heart swoon. Rather than just idealizing the bag itself, look to see which features and what types of and the specific silhouette of the bag and how that will work with your lifestyle and how that works with your taste. If you're not able to pinpoint a specific feature of the bag, it is entirely possible that the thing you're in love with in that moment is just the hype. So the specific features of the Margot tote by the ROW that we are going to be looking for in other styles from the past: larger, taller, dome-shaped bags, double top handles with considerable depth. There are a ton of other styles from the archives that we're going to have a look at today. How do you feel about the Margot tote by the ROW? Were you considering purchasing this, and do you like any of my suggested alternatives? So the Margot tote comes in 10 inches, 12 inches, 15, and 17 inches. The 17 is the largest size. It's basically going to be I would say pretty much like a travel size bag. They come in a variety of different materials. Notably, I've seen leather, suede, and a couple in shearling as well. These have an option for a shoulder strap, and there is a buckle on the sides so you can kind of cinch in the bag on the top, and it also sits on the shoulder. The small size of the Margot starts at $34.90, and they go up in price with every size. The 17 is $5,090 plus tax here in the US. Now, if you love the bag, love the shape, love the style, and this is a bag that you are looking for, but maybe want to save a little bit of money along the way, here are some options. Hope you guys enjoy. Unsurprisingly, this classic style has a couple of similarities to Hermes bags from the past. I'm going to be talking about maybe three here. First up, I'm gonna go with the Hermes white bus or bus bag. This is a double top handle tote. I have seen this one in person. It does kind of give me similar shape and structure to the Birkin, only it's completely open as a tote. This bag is from I've seen them from the late 90s and early 2000s, but it's hard to say specifically when they started or stopped making it, but I have seen this one out in person. I think that this is along the same size as a 35 centimeter Birkin, which I believe would be comparative to a maybe 12 or 13 inch. Is that right? Yeah, maybe 12 or 13 inches, so not exactly the size of the Margot bag, but very similar. I like this one a lot because if you love the Margot but would probably prefer something that has a bit more structure and will keep more of its shape, I think the bus or white bus, whatever it's called, is going to be a much better option. This is going to be a more structured bag. It's going to keep its shape together very well. It's not going to be so slouchy, and it also has two pockets on the outside, which I love. This one is a classic staple from Hermes. This is the Bolide bag. This is a dome-shaped bag and definitely has a similar shape and style to the Louis Vuitton Alma, except this one is a bit taller. Now, this has two top handles and the option for a shoulder strap. The difference on it, though, on the shoulder strap is that it attaches I guess diagonally to the top. Once again, this is going to have a lot more structure in the base. They tend to come in Epsom leather. That's mostly what I've seen them in. This is you can still currently find this bag, but it's also very easy to find out there on the pre-love market for much better prices, at least for Hermes. So this is one I've never actually seen in person. This is called the Hermes Dalvi. It is approximately 30 centimeters, at least that's the ones that I could find out there on the market. So this one is a top handle. It has the like a leather closure strap going over the top, and a little like metal piece that kind of gives it a little bit of something. Okay, so this one is open. It's going to be a bit more structured. The one I found, I believe, comes in box leather. It's from the late 90s, and it's going to be a bit smaller. So if you're looking for the Margaux, but maybe you're overwhelmed by the sizes that they come in, and maybe you want a little bit more shape, this is a great pick. I was able to find this vintage one for $2,800. It is not easy to find vintage Hermes bags, vintage or otherwise, for under $3,000 these days. Now we're going to do a couple of Louis Vuitton bags. First up, I have the City Steamer. This is a leather bag from Louis Vuitton. It's top handle and also has the shoulder strap. It definitely gives like somewhat Birkin vibes, I think, maybe just because it's a double top handle. So this one is cool because the two sides are have top zippered pockets, but the main capacity is open, so there is some privacy and some organization without it being too much. It has a lock and key detail, more of the option for the quiet luxury look if that's what you're going for. And the strap placement on this one is going to be on the sides. I believe this is also a diagonal shoulder strap placement, and it comes in a variety of different sizes. The one I'm looking at specifically, if you're looking for the look for less on the Margaux, is the GM, but they also make a BB size that's super cute. And another thing that's great is that the prices on the pre-love market for the Louis Vuitton City Steamer, as well as a couple of these leather bags, are a lot better. These did not really retain their value very well, but trying to do the look for less on the Margaux, this is a great option that's super affordable. Very similar to the City Steamer is the Pont Neuf. I was able to find this one in an empreinte that has the monogram detail, so you can do a little bit of logo and bring the flashy logo element to the shape and style of the Margaux. These come in a variety of different colors. A couple years ago they did a navy blue empreinte with red trim that I thought was super beautiful. This one has a zip top closure, so whereas the Margaux doesn't. So if you're looking for a bit more security, maybe a bit more privacy, maybe you don't want your stuff to fall out if you do like a quick break in your car, then this could be a really great option. We know everyone loves the Chanel, and we know that we love bags under $2,000. I was able to find the Chanel Up in the Air tote. Now this came in a variety of different like colors and textures. This is from like around the mid 20-teens. What are we calling that decade? 2010s? This is a top handle tote. It definitely is a bit more floppy in style, but it has signature Chanel elements. It has two long shoulder straps that have the woven chain. This one in particular that I'm looking at has like perforation. Rather than being a completely open cavity, this one has a strap thing on the inside to keep the bag closed at least. Your things are still like open, but it is a lot less structured, and this one came in a variety of different colors. So if you're looking for kind of the shape and style of the Margaux while still having a lot of elements of Chanel, then I like this one. I think this is personally one of my favorites of the day. So this one is a bit of a wild card. Let me know if you guys think that it takes that it uses similar elements. I kind of just threw this on the list because I think that this bag needs a shout out and it's not entirely off base. Let me know what you think. This is the Chloe Parité. I think that's how that's pronounced. But yeah, this is a leather bag from Chloe. This is from, I want to say, the early 2010s. So this one has a lot of slouch to it. And it's made of like a softer leather. The leather from Chloe bags is absolutely beautiful, and the prices on the pre-love market are even better. I was able to find some of these bags for like under $400 in certain cases, and they come in a variety of different colors. So while it does, I think it is kind of like a similar shape to the Margaux, but I definitely feel like it gives kind of similar vibes to it. There are two top handles, except they are flat, which I personally find a bit more comfortable than some of the more rolled ones. I think they stay on the shoulder a little bit easier and they're more secure, and most of these also come with longer shoulder straps. Now these come in a variety of different sizes. Some of the larger ones I think are just they might only be shoulder bags, but I really like the design and style of this bag, and I thought it was worth mentioning. So if the Margot and the Lady Dior had a baby, we would have the Christian Dior Granville tote. This is a quilted tote that has top handles very similar to the Lady Dior, but this once again does have that more like bowler dome style silhouette that we're looking for today. This one has the charm, has the Lady Dior charm, and I found it in a variety of different prints and colors. This one is from around 2010. Also has the zip top closure to keep your things more. Now I'm gonna leave a couple more very similar style bags in the description box, or as well as the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, if you have any that you'd like to add as well. So while I do advocate for kind of like staying away from the trend cycle, because I think that for me at least it's more enjoyable to kind of like exhibit your own taste and style and aesthetics regardless of what's happening on the runways. I do think that it's fun to kind of go through the archives of like designer bags from previous seasons, to kind of like get your own, to kind of like do a unique and like your own take of what's happening currently. So I've done a ton of Look for Less videos. They're my absolute favorite videos to film. I'll leave some down below. Send me any requests of any other Look for Less subject bags you'd like me to feature, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!